Hey friends, it's Suzanne Mosley with Usborne Books More. You can find me on Facebook at Suzanne Shares Books. You can find me on YouTube at the same spot. You can find me on Instagram at Suzanne_shares. I'm so excited to share with you today a common question that I'm asked from my Usborne Books More customers. Are you ready? What do I do if my child prefers electronics to books? Yes. How many times have you wrestled with that question as a parent? Yes, lots. I know that I have. I do feel kind of like a unicorn because when my teenagers were babies, we didn't have smartphones. So I don't know necessarily how you navigate that with a toddler per se from my own experience, but I know that my children, as they've been elementary and middle school and screens are everywhere, I'm wrestling with that same question as well. But I'm excited to share with you today some resources that we have with from Usborne Books and More that I feel like are a good way to come alongside that interest that your child may naturally have and pair it with some of the books that we have. Because on some level, yes, we can implement screen limits and yada, yada, yada. But sometimes there is a genuine interest that might be a career opportunity or career path for the child. And we want to cultivate that and we want to fan that flame. So on some level, my thought is if you can't beat them, join them. And we can do that with some of these books that I want to show you today. So first of all, I want to show you some of our series, our Phonics. This is my favorite, My First Phonics Reading Library. And again, I'm going to show you books that fit this need. And if you need a specific video on these, they're also on my YouTube channel. This is going to be more of an overview. If you want an in-depth video, look for these on my site. But all of our phonics readers have now, as they're coming out, and all of the My First Phonics Reading Library do, they have a QR code. And then we have a new series, whoops, the books fell. Usborne Storybooks. These are one from each. They're sets of 10 and 12 books. And they also have a QR code as well. And those are the three different sets. So with all of these, you scan the QR code with your camera and it takes you to a website and it literally reads the book to your children. Isn't that awesome? And kids love it. All my customers are like, Suzanne, these are amazing. My children sat still for a long time and listened to Jungle Book. They listened to Alice in Wonderland. They listened to all these classic books because they had a fun screen, which they love, and thankfully they weren't looking at it, but they were listening to the book. So I love, love, love our QR. This is the sets of a couple of those. So QR 100% all the way. And then another one, speaking of QR, but another genre of our books that are great for this are our activity books. Like our newest origami book, Easy Origami, has a QR that you can code you can scan on the front, and it's step-by-step origami videos that they can use with that book. And then again, a lot of times I think we get this, I know at my house with tweens and teens, wanting to do stuff. And so we also do have books for older kids. And these are activity books. We have this STEAM series. I have a video on that if you want to look more in depth, but even our newest Usborne Design activity book. So these are design oriented. There's templates that they use. There's things that they can create and do in these books, but we also have Usborne quick links with them so they can access the website through the book, select their book they're working on, select the page number that they're working on, and some of the templates that they need to build or complete a design activity. Or this one is so many cool, design your own roller coaster, amusement park, or design a new invention and create a new invention. There are things in the book that are also accessible through the quick links, which kids love. And then finally, another series I always recommend are our coding books. We have several, and again, I have an in-depth video on that, but Coding for Beginners Using Scratch is a good basic. Coder Academy includes, Scratch is a coding language. Coder Academy includes Scratch, but also Java and HTML, which are other coding languages. And we also have a Build Your Own Website book that is new, step-by-step instructions. So again, these are ways, all of these books that I've shared with you are ways that you can come alongside with a child that's interested in electronics and pair that with a book and make it a learning experience for them. To enhance their minds, cultivate their creativity, and also pair that interest that they naturally have these days for screens with a resource, with a book from Usborne Books More. So I hope that's helpful. Thanks so much, and I appreciate you watching the video. Thanks, friends.